Hi guys. Okay, so I'm gonna try not to talk like super loud because it's like 1 in the morning and my mom and my little brother are sleeping. So I'm gonna try to talk at like a normal volume, but a quiet normal volume. So hopefully they don't wake up. But hopefully you guys can still hear me. So I know it's 1 o'clock in the morning and nobody's gonna hop on right now, but then you guys can just watch this tomorrow or whenever. Because I told my girls I'd make it for them tonight. So I'm going to kind of go over like how to do your Ruby chart, because I have some girls that are going Ruby this month, and so I told them to fill out their chart, and they were kind of like, okay, I kind of know how, but I don't really, which is totally understandable. And my other girls that have gone Ruby, I've been able to show them like or that have been like doing their Ruby chart, I've been able to show them like in person. So I kind of feel like a video would probably be more helpful than me trying to just talk people through it. Plus then like I can share it for other people, the whole team can see it. Anyway, I'm getting off track. So first of all, you want to print out your Ruby chart. So like I'll turn my phone around later, but so this is like what your Ruby chart looks like. To print this out, you log into your eSuite. Wait for me to turn it around. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so you log into your eSuite. You go to Document Library at the top, and then what I did was I just typed in Ruby, and then this came up. I clicked Ruby Rank Chart and click Download. And then it just takes you to this, and you can print this out, or you can take a screenshot and just do the chart on like your iPad or something if you wanted to. And then after that, you're going to start filling out your chart. So I'm going to use my girl Michaela as an example so that I can like actually walk you guys through the whole process of it. I really hope y'all can hear me, or this is going to be a waste of time at 1 in the morning. Okay, so to fill out your chart, you need to go to your tree viewer under reports. So this is where all your downline is. So all your distributors are right here on the side right here. If you click the little arrows underneath of them, it'll show you like the people underneath of them, and then you can keep going. But what you want to click is this little button up here that says show loyal customers. You want to make sure that's checked so that you can see all the loyal customers. See? Okay, so next what you're gonna do is go through like the volume that the people on the team have. So it's gonna be back and forth for a second, I'm sorry. So I'm not gonna go through my whole volume for my Ruby chart because it's gonna be too confusing and complicated. That's why I'm gonna use Michaela's chart because it's a lot simpler. She has her 3 DTs and then the volume underneath of them. So just so you guys know, like with this will look a little bit more complicated because it's my eSuite, but if you're just doing your basic Ruby chart like for your first time, it shouldn't look this complicated. Okay, so I'm gonna pretend like I am Michaela. So, sorry guys, see how it says you? So this is me. I'm Michaela. Yay. Okay, so now where's Michaela on my eSuite? Okay, so here's Michaela on my eSuite. See Michaela Allen? So this is what we're doing. We're just going to do her Ruby chart. We're not going to focus on anybody else on my team, just Michaela and the people underneath of her. Okay, so first you need to figure out how much volume Michaela has herself. So you click on her, you come up here, and it'll tell you under volumes if she has her auto ship set up, which she doesn't, so it's at 0, so she's not getting volume for that. Then of course remember that the 2 ways that you can be commission qualified, turn it around, the 2 ways to be commission qualified, which you need to be if you want to go Ruby, which you need to be if you want to get paid, is to 1, have your at least 80 BV auto ship set up every month, which is awesome because then you can be a product of the product, or to have 150 volume of customers directly underneath of you, not just group volume, but directly underneath of you. Okay, so while we're doing the chart, we're also going to make sure that Michaela is commission qualified. Okay, so going back here, so she doesn't have her BV auto ship set up, so we're not counting that volume. If she had it set up, we would count that as part of her volume under her. So we're going through her customers now, okay? So I'm clicking on all the little blue names directly underneath of her to see if they have an auto ship set up for the month that I'm doing. The month that I'm doing is September. My handwriting is not the best, y'all. Okay, we're doing September. So this customer, Marianne Fonner, has her third auto ship set up for the 15th, and it's 30 BV. Okay, so now I'm going to, on a piece of paper, add up volume. Okay, so this is Michaela's volume. Okay, so right now she has 30 from that customer. Then we're going to go down and we're going to click the next customer underneath of that, Nancy. Okay, so Nancy has an auto ship set up, next run date September 23rd for 30 volume. That's her third shipment, so that should go through 30. We're going to go to the next one. Teresa has her third shipment, 9/17 for 30. So I'm adding 30s down here. Okay, and then we're going to go to Kimberly. She has her third one for 30. Virginia has her third one for 89. And Christina has her second one for 55. It's super important to do this at the beginning of the month. I honestly try to do it like the day before the beginning of the month, because you can already know like who has their auto ship set up for September. The only thing you have to think about is whether someone has told you that after 3 months that they're turning it off, so you don't want to count it if they still have it on but they told you that they're going to turn it off, if that makes sense. If you have any questions, just message me or leave it in the comments tomorrow and I'll like clarify whatever, because I'm tired, so probably won't all make sense. See, now I lost my train of thought. Okay, so this is the volume that Michaela now has directly underneath of her. So I'm gonna add this up. Crap, I don't have a calculator. All right, y'all. I usually use my phone calculator, but like I'm on live on my phone, so I guess we're like doing this in our heads. Oh, I legit don't know if I can do this in my head. I'm about to use my iPad to see if I can get a calculator on here. Okay, so we want to at least make sure that she's at 150. Since she doesn't have her auto ship set up, she needs to be at 150 to be commission qualified. So, all right, bear with me for a minute. Let's see here. 30, 60, 90, 120. So this is 120 plus 89 is 209 plus 55 is 259. 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. 264. Okay, makes sense. So we had 30, 30, 30, 30, 89, and 55. Those are all her customers directly under her. 30, 30, 30, 30, 89, 55. So that's 264 that she has directly under her. That's awesome. So she is commission qualified. We always want to make sure that's right. So on my chart, I always put commission qualified by anyone that's trying to move up, and then put a check, or I put how much they need to be commission qualified. Okay, so now we're going to see what girls she has under her that we're going to put on our chart. Okay, so her girls under her are Abby, Emma E, and Emma H. Okay, now we're going to add their volume. Okay, so we go under Abby. Abby has 2 customers under her. One is going to run on the 5th for 30 BV. And one is going to run on the 12th for 25 BV. Okay, so then Abby's total volume is 55. Okay, so then under Emma E, she has 3 customers right now. So she's at, let's see, 920, that's 131. Emma E, 131. Casey, 25th for 30. And Jethro for 30. So Emma's total is 130, 60, 191. Okay. And then her final girl is new, so she just signed up, so she doesn't have any customers underneath of her yet, but she will be at her $400 by the end of the month. So, let me ignore that I wrote that here. So she doesn't have anything right now. Okay, so we have our totals, which is what we need for our chart. Okay, so totals. Remember to be Ruby, you need 3 qualified legs. A qualified leg is a leg that has 400 group volume. So say Abby had a distributor underneath of her. As long as between Abby and that girl, they have 400 volume together, that means Abby is a qualified leg. Hopefully that makes sense. I know this is a little complicated. So Michaela's is simple. She just has 3 girls that we had to add volume for. So how I do it is, on the left, I put what they need to become a qualified leg, and on the right, I put what they have already. So remember, Abby has 55. So on the right side, I write she has 55. Emma E has 191, and Emma H doesn't have anything yet. Okay? So then, in order to be a qualified leg, remember Abby has to have 400. So she's at whatever 400 minus 55 is. Let me think. 400 minus 50 is 350 minus 5 is 345. If my numbers are off, I'm sorry, guys. Hopefully they're not. Okay, so Abby needs 345 to be a qualified leg. Okay? Emma has 191. So to get to 400, she needs 209. Okay? Now, Emma H doesn't have any volume yet, so to get to 400, she needs the full 400. Makes sense? You can do it in different colors, too. Some leaders do, like, blue is what they have and red is what they need, something like that. Something that helps you, like, visually see. Okay? Plus, Michaela up here has 264 in volume herself. Okay? So, this is what each of her girls need for them to be qualified legs. That's the first part of the chart. After she has 3 qualified legs, she also needs 2,000 in total group volume. That means her and everyone underneath of her, whether it's just 3 girls or more, all together they have to have 2,000 volume, okay? So, right now, if we add all the totals up, so we have 264 plus 55 plus 191 equals, oh, I don't know the math for this. All right, 264 plus 55. 260 plus 250 is 310. So 319. So 319 plus 191 is 200, 5, 10, right? 510. That sound right? I hope so. I should have got a calculator. Okay, so as long as these 3 totals of all of the girls underneath of her is 510, okay? We're gonna say it's 510 even if that's not what it is. So altogether, Michaela's group volume right now is 510, and it needs to get up to 2,000, okay? So, whatever 2,000 minus 510 is, that's how much she needs to get to Ruby, okay? Because she needs her 2,000. So, 2,000 minus 510, 2,000 minus 500, 1,500 minus 10 is 1,490. So, she needs 1,490 needed for Ruby. Okay, so then over here, I'm going to break up where she needs this volume, okay? So 1,490 is what we need. Now remember, under Abby, we need this 345. So 345 is under Abby. Under Emma E, we need this 209. And under Emma H, we need the 400. So then anything that's left over can go anywhere as long as it's underneath of Michaela somewhere, whether it's under her directly or any of her girls. So this is where you're going to start bringing out your emerald chart and putting girls underneath of these girls and figuring out what volume they would need to go emerald. So that's where you're going to put your anywhere volume. But right now we're just going to say anywhere because you're doing your Ruby chart, okay? Oh my god, so much math. Okay. Okay, so whatever 1,490 minus each of these numbers, that's what you have left that needs to go anywhere. So 1,490 minus 400 is 1,090. I'm just going to use this little scrap paper over here. Okay. Minus 209. Okay, minus 200 is 890. Minus 9 is 781. Minus 345. So minus 300. 481 minus 45, 441 minus 5, 436. So if I'm doing my math right, she has 436 volume left that she needs, and that can go anywhere. So once you get to that point that you've filled all your qualified legs, you're going to want to pull your emerald chart out. All right, y'all. No one hopped on this the whole time, and I'm not surprised at all because it is now 1:33. But here's the thing, okay? I'm officially treating this like my job. I said I was going to do this chart video tonight when I got home, and I knew I was going to get home late, and I'm doing this chart video tonight. Because when you start treating this like a job, it's going to start paying you like an actual job. If you're not making actual money in this, it's because you're not doing actual work. You're not actually treating this like a job. If you treat this like a job, you're going to get paid like a job. Alright, that was my little rant. Anyway, hopefully this makes sense. If not, DM me. If a whole bunch of people DM me, I'll just delete the freaking video and start all over. But hopefully that was helpful for you guys, because I know that charting can be complicated and confusing. So hopefully seeing a visual was helpful for a lot of you. Alright, have a good night, guys.